Hi, I'm Aaron Lopresti. I've been a comic book artist, commercial illustrator, and writer for over 25 years, and this is my YouTube channel. Welcome back for part 2 of episode 2, where I will continue blue lining the layout on the finished artboard for the first page of my new Garbage Man story. Okay, so if you remember, we have, we're going to go with get a little bit of Garbage Man's head over here on the bottom panel. He's sort of, I need him looking up a little bit more than that. So I'm going to tilt his head a little bit here so his eye socket is there and he's looking up. There we go. Twigs and stuff coming out of him. All right, so we have the zombie coming down the hill, and we're also going to have the title of the story is going to be worked into the side of the hill here. So this is my vanishing point. I mean, this is my quick perspective. I'm not going to, at this stage, I'm not going to use a ruler because I don't really think I need to. But if you want to, you certainly can, but it would take way more time, and we're trying to be efficient here. Okay, so we know it's going to be night. I'm just going to do this of the living Jed. Okay, so basically how our lettering is going to be laid out. So now I've got to put that zombie in there so he doesn't cover up too much of the title, so we can actually read it, which would be sort of important to be able to. Okay. So we're looking up at him a little bit, so this is going to be more of a low angle kind of thing. So I'm going to have to move some of those letters around to accommodate this figure. A little more foreshortening there on that back leg. One thing I don't like is when I have my head and my torso are just kind of completely aligned. It's boring, so I want to I like to have these sort of contrasting angles on the figure, so you're kind of doing this. It's way more interesting to look at. Okay, so it's coming down the hill. The other thing is, it's like I don't want to compromise the figure just to make the title work too. So I would like them both to work. In other words, I don't want him too small or too minimized just for the sake of, so we can have this cool lettering. I need to make them both work, which I'm going to do, I promise. And he's going to be all tattered because he's been, buried for a few years. Might still bring that leg out more. That. Excuse me. Might have too much neck going on there. Okay. I still think this gate is a little too narrow on his step. I think maybe we want him out here a little bit. Now at least I've got an idea where my lettering is going to be. So this would work. There we go. And again, like I think I mentioned on the previous video, we've got this kind of knock-kneed Wrightson zombie thing that I'm a huge Wrightson fan. He's been a major influence on my work, and you especially can see it, not so much in my superhero stuff, but you can really see it when I do monster stuff. And you'll probably see a lot of it in this story and a lot of my Garbage Man work. There's a lot of kind of rights and isms in there. Okay, I think that's not bad. Okay. So of course all the details are going to be put in when I actually do the finished pencils, but I've got a pretty solid guide going. Okay, so now we can get night in there pretty good. We'll get of over here, right? And then we have plenty of room for the. Now this, if we're clever here, get enough of that V there that we know what the heck is going on. See, I don't want to lose that G behind Garbage Man's head because that's... So we can move this L over to here probably. There we go. So now I can get almost that entire G over here. Right? It's Night of the Living, and then of course we'll go here with big with Jed, because that's sort of our little joke, right? Is the name Jed rather than Dead. Okay, so I've got that. I want some foreground element here, but I don't want it to cover up the lettering, so I'm going to come in here with a tree that's going to wrap around the lettering. This is going to be in the foreground. This is going to be those creepy, gnarly old trees. And we'll put some more pine-looking tree type stuff growing here. Maybe some bushes here. I don't know, I might end up turning some of these into vines and things like that as we draw and go along. Might be more interesting looking. And again, I'm just blocking in shapes so I have something to go off of when I go to finish on this. So it's tempting with a blue pencil. You start drawing and you start doing all this detail stuff and you're like, what a colossal waste of time, because now I have to go over it with a pencil anyway. So if you do finished pencils with your blue, then you're going over the top of it and doing finished pencils with your actual pencil. Again, not the best way to save time. The reason we're using the blue pencil is to eliminate erasing, save ourselves a little bit of time. I don't know, that moon may be too low, maybe not. We'll see how it all comes together. I don't know if we'll put something in here. I want to be able to read the lettering, but I don't want it to look too presentational either, like so obvious that, I mean, clearly it's obvious that we're putting lettering in there on the side of a hill, but I'd like it to really feel more integrated into the scene if we can. So anyway. All right, so there you have it. That's basically all I'm going to do for my blue line layout on the final art page. The next stage I will come in and do the finished pencil over one frame at a time until I have the page finished, and that's kind of the process. But as far as this stage goes, that's it. This is what we call the blue line underdrawing for the final art. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the notification button to get alerts when I post a new video. Make sure you come back by soon so you can check out my next episode.